My name is Anna McRae-Anderson. I'm a mediator with McRae-Anderson Mediation and co-founder at Cato Collective. When people ask me what types of disputes I mediate, typically they breathe a sigh of relief when they hear I'm a commercial mediator, saying, thank goodness, not family law. That would be incredibly emotional. But the truth of the matter is that all disputes involve emotions, whether it is betrayal, guilt, hurt, anger, fear, jealousy, or all of the above, the list goes on. And these seem to be exacerbated by the current market or environment. Things are still feeling a little strange and different to what we knew it to be before. We're still getting the after effects of the pandemic that are heightening people's stress levels and anxiety due to financial, emotional, and safety concerns. Now, you may wonder why I'm mentioning this now today in the space of mediation and negotiation, but it's very relevant because it affects who we're dealing with and who our clients are, as well as ourselves, and may come to play in terms of how we negotiate and communicate with one another. Because how we connect with one another has also changed. The handshake has been replaced by masks and Zoom, which for some has left them feeling lonely and isolated. And that is having an extraordinary global impact and with significant psychological impacts. So we need to be aware of these in how we're communicating. Changes in our daily lives, feelings of loneliness, job losses, financial difficulty, and for some grief for who they've lost or the life that they had before, has the potential to affect mental health for many. This is leading sometimes to psychological disorders such as insomnia, PTS, depressive symptoms, and the like. The experience of social isolation is associated with poor life satisfaction, whether that be work-related stress, lower trust of institutions and organisations such as government and business, but perceived personal risk for COVID and is often leading to higher levels of stress and anxiety, and then the use of substances to cope. So what is important is to remember that we never actually know what's going on in another person's mind or life. And we need to keep that in mind when we're dealing with other people. So we may think that someone's being stubborn or irrational in the face of a dispute, but there may be another underlying reason. What I'm hearing in mediations very clearly is that even some of the most stable relationships are facing destabilisation of some kind or another. We all know the increased tensions in both personal and business relationships, so we need to be live to these. Learning to live with uncertainty has taken its toll. Some have thrived while others have not. Some are playing hardball to recoup losses, whilst others are trying to look to their business partners and those that they call their community to rely upon them, recognising it's very expensive and difficult to replace them, and therefore they're seeking ways to work together to meet both their needs. The ability to handle difficult conversations well is becoming increasingly important. We don't outgrow difficult conversations or get promoted past them. We need to find a way to work with them and how to have them. The best workplaces and most effective organisations and relationships have difficult conversations every day, because people are people and we're all inherently different. We need to keep that in mind. There is merit in engaging in difficult conversations. They're a sign of healthy relationships. My mother-in-law said to me when I was first married many, many moons ago, are you arguing yet? Are you arguing yet? And I used to think it was a ridiculous question. And then eventually I said, yes, yeah, we are now. And she said, well, that's good, because now it means you're speaking your truth, you're sharing your thoughts and opinions, and now you're listening to one another rather than just compromising or going along with things. And the good news about relationships that deal with difficult conversations and situations productively and survive, that generally they're more durable and they often emerge stronger because they have a sense of trust in each other and the relationship, because now they've got a track record of having worked through something that was hard and seen that the relationship survived. I'm seeing that very clearly in the current situation between landlords and tenants. And I'm not just talking about personal relationships. We've got to keep in mind this is also applicable to those commercial relationships, such as landlord-tenant, franchisee-franchisor, the employer-employee relationship, supplier-distributor, lender-borrower. So keeping that in mind, I'm now going to discuss some mediation insights and practical tips so that you can hopefully take these forward with you in your negotiation processes. Also, I'll talk to you about psychology of negotiation and strategies of influence, and identifying and closing the gap in negotiations, so that you can have the tools that you need to enter into collaborative and creative deal making and have productive and effective difficult conversations, which thereby enhance your skills as dispute resolvers to the benefit of your clients and your firm.